Page 30, an American hymn. It's not really what it's known by, but okay, we'll deal with it. A very well-known melody that used in church services and so forth in the United States. On page 30, they're introducing you to the A major scale. The key of A major has 3 sharps. And remember, the sharps and flats are always in a particular order. The sharps are in one order, the flats are in another order, but it's always the same. For instance, for sharps, the first sharp in a key signature is always an F sharp, always. The second sharp is always a C sharp. And the third sharp, which you're introducing here, is a G sharp. So now we got 3 sharps. Now flats have a different order, but the flats have their own. The first flat is always a B flat, and you know about that. Okay. Then I suggest you go ahead and go do the scale videos on A major and F sharp minor. F sharp minor has 3 sharps. F sharp minor sounds, ooh, that's a. It's just relative to A major. And the fingering and all I talk about in the video, go do that. The scales and the arpeggios, 1 octave up and down is fine for now. And I only do the parallel motion. I don't do contrary. I do contrary once you get into the advanced area and you're familiar with the scales. I'll do contrary. Because here, contrary, even though you're using the same fingers, the black keys are different. I go here. See, I'm already on a black key here. Now they're both there. Now here. That's different. See, they're different. It gets a little confusing, so I don't do contrary yet. Until later. We'll do that later. But parallel, we need to just do what I say in the videos. Let's talk American hymn. Now look it over. It's a little over a page long. Treble bass clef. 3 sharps in the key signature. We've already talked about that. In the key of A major. 4/4 time signature. We got a lot of dotted rhythms. Let's take them one hand at a time. Right hand, you're here to start. There's 1 and 2 and 1 E and 3 E and a 4 E and a 3 E and a 4 E. 2. Just right here. The top of page 31, first measure. That B is tied. Just hang on to it. Just add the E to it. Like so. Don't play it again. And then that little ornament in the next measure, I'll talk about that later. Just leave it out for now. Second line on page 31, it's a 2 and then a 3. It's a repeated note, I can do that. And then go ahead and do 5, 1 5 again, and then a 1 3 and a 1 3. I want to connect this. And the thumb's doing the others. You don't have a lot of choice, that's the best we can do. If you don't fit up in here, that won't work for you. You got to do that. So just pivot across the thumb and come here. You can't connect that. Do the best you can. Last measure, that line, you're up here. Yeah, that's tricky. Let's talk about the second line, last measure on page 31. The first 2 beats are okay. It's the second, it's the third and fourth beats. Here, that. You're using the awkward fingers. Well, I'm using weight to push it down. I'm just lowering which finger I want the weight to be on. So I'm here, and then I come up, the wrist comes up, and as I go down, I'm shifting the weight to these other fingers. It's hard to do. And get the notes down at the same time. Take it slow. Now, a thing you can try, if that's not working for you, just not working, is change the fingering slightly. Here. Instead of here, come up and use 2 5. Then you can use 3. That's a little less awkward. Here. And then 3 for the last one. So again, it's 2 5, 3, and then a 3 for the last note. This is just so tricky with this dotted rhythm. Third line, second measure. Here. Again, I'm just transferring weight to this one, back to these. Takes a little bit of practice. Left hand, just broken chords here. Even eighth notes. third measure, G sharp. You don't fit up in here, then you have to do a 3-2. I don't know how big your hands are, but if you can, this is fine for the third measure, fourth measure. Now go over to page 31, second line. You're starting out okay. And then the next measure, look out. Little finger, we're going to go up. So we kind of walked up. We went from here to here. And we kind of walked up here in that second measure. Second finger there, and then we were ready. And going from the second line to the third line, you just come down. You can't reach it, you just come down. Just, not a quick jerky motion. You have to practice that. Not a lot of help there. And the fourth line down, going from the second measure to the third measure, same thing. You just got to come down. They're saying do a 2-1 here. And that's okay if you're good at it and you can do it quickly. You can do that. It's the same thing you can do in the second line, although they didn't tell you in the second line. When we went from here, you could have done that finger substitution there too. If you're quick with it, you need to be quick eventually. It's just, are you quick right now? If you're not, then just don't bother to do that. And same thing in the fourth line down. And actually, in the fourth line, you get it on each measure. You're starting here, and then you do here, but if you can do the finger substitution, that allows you to connect all those. You get away with it because this arrangement, they want this to be slow. So you're not. And that allows you to do that. Some arrangements take this piece out kind of quick. And if that's the case, you can't do the finger substitution. You just got to move. Put the hands together here. See, it's in between. So I go through and put the hands together, and then I'll go back over it maybe a line or so at a time, and I'll get rid of any hesitations. Now, once the hesitations are gone, I think about the articulation, and this is connected. You can lift up for the phrasing in the right hand, try and connect the left. For instance, going from the second measure to the third measure on page 30. So I'm lifting up here for a phrase by taking a breath, but in the left hand, I'm connected. Lift up here, not here. Lift up. It's like every couple of measures is a phrase. But I want to connect the left hand all the way through, so I'm only lifting up in the right. Now, top of page 31, second measure, they've added that little ornament in there. And this is just a real quick note. It's not rhythmic, it's just a quick note. Different people interpret it differently. You do it however your teacher tells you to. But I play it on the beat. So this and this go together. Otherwise, they would go this. I do that. So it's here. People will play that differently. And some, believe it or not, will argue that, oh, their way is the correct way. Go away. And once I've added the articulation, I do the dynamics. Starts out soft, right hand, and moderately soften down. It's just swell. Top of page 31, come down, yeah. And then start soft, come down. So follow the dynamics. It applies to the melody, which is the right hand. The left hand just needs to stay in the background. And then the speed, well, it's slowly. See, some arrangements will do this here. That's how they'll do it. You think of 1, 2, it's more of a moderato feel. They want this slow. Here, how slow? I don't know, slow. when you go slow on a piano, it starts to drag. And you think, oh, is it ever going to end or something? But this left-hand eighth note pulse thing, that keeps it going. That gives you something to be entertained by while you're waiting for the right hand to do something. There's a retardando at the end where you get to slow down even more, but don't slow down too much because then it really does drag. You just don't drag it, but slow it down. And then the fermata, you just hang on to it and let it die away. I reckon. If I do it with a metronome, I'll double the value and I'll hold the whole note 8 counts instead of 4 and then quit. Now they've added pedal. But we kind of need pedal here because it's really dry. When it's slower like this, people have time to hear the notes. That just is, But we can add the overtones. It gives a little color. We just have to be careful not to smear it up too much. We don't want to smear up the melody. We'll try it as it's written first. See what this pedaling indicates. If we don't like it, we'll change it. It's lag pedal. Notes first, then the pedal. And as I play the 4th beat, I lift the pedal up. And if you want to hear the phrasing in the right hand, you got to lift the pedal up with the right hand at the end of the 2nd measure to go on. Connecting the left hand, it's okay, and that's what I recommend. Lift it up for the phrasing. I don't know why on the first measure of page 31, they want you to lift it up on the 4th beat. I guess that's because you're getting softer and they want to clean it out. That could be. Now, on the 2nd line on page 31 here, and he's keeping it here, I'd like to connect that. One of the things we use pedal for is to help us connect notes that we cannot connect with the hands or the fingers. And here in the 2nd measure, I can't connect that. I'd like to connect it. So I'm going to use the pedal for that. So in that measure, it's push the pedal down and then change it here, change it, and then lift it up right after I play the next one. That way I can connect it. And that's what I'm after. I don't need to connect this. It's the melody. That's what I want. It's the same thing on the 4th line down, last measure. Same thing. I want to connect that. I got to use the pedal. So pedal it, change it, and then lift up. And I recommend on the last measure, change it there too, because you're dying away. I want to get rid of any other noise. The only noise I want is this and the overtones. I don't want this. I want to cut those notes out. It's softer that way. And that's the pedaling. Now at the end, because it's slow and it's really soft and a fermata and you're dying away, you can use the fade out pedal if you want. And that is at the end, the last measure. Hold it down for a little bit, not long, 4 counts, whatever, and then let the keys up. Keep the hands on the keys, just let the keys up, and then slowly lift the pedal, and the sound should slowly die away. Here. Because you're very soft anyway, I hope, and then you just gradually let it die away. Some electronic keyboards will do this and some don't. You have to check yours. If yours doesn't do that, if you can't fade out with the pedal, just reach for the volume control and gradually turn it down. It doesn't matter how you get the effect. We just want it to die away. We don't want it to be here really soft and then all of a sudden, nothing. You know, that's like an accent. Like, whoa, what happened? You want it to die away. Remember the natural accents? 1, 2, 3, 4. Feel the natural accents all the way through as you're doing this. Now, if I play that again, I'd play it differently. I play by feel. It's how do I feel it? Try it at different speeds. See what else you can do with the dynamics of anything. And you can experiment with the pedaling. See what you like with the pedaling.